Hi guys, Jake and MJ back again for more live reactions to Kishiryu Sentai Ryusoulger. I think that's getting longer each time, isn't it?
Yes.
Dinosaurs and knights and things. Alright, so, this week I am leaving. By the time this is up, I will be in Florida.
With my in-laws.
But I will be back from Florida in time to record the next one, so we should be good.
Yep, exactly a week from today.
Yes. I'll be back. Well, I leave tomorrow. I'll be back a week from tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
He'll be gone exactly 1 week and no longer.
Yes. Yes. Actually, I'll be back just like an hour. I'll be gone for just an hour and 10 minutes shy of a week. But things are moving along well with Power Reviews 88. I'm pretty much down to just a little handful of pickup shots.
I'm wrapped.
All that's left is a little bit of stuff for me and possibly a shot of your thumbs. Possibly.
Thumbs?
Yeah. That's about it.
Is it going to have to be one thumb male, one thumb K?
Entirely possible.
Am I going to have to do weird manicure things?
Entirely possible.
That's going to be fun.
Anyway. But yeah, that's coming along well.
You said I was wrapped.
Wrapped enough.
I won't have to put the sweater on again. But we did get the AC in the studio.
Yes, we put the AC in the studio. So I should be able to, by the time when I get back, I should be able to post a
preview.
Yeah, a trailer for when the next episode of Power Reviews should be coming. So yeah, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, maybe by the end of the month, by the beginning of July at the absolute latest.
I hope so, because we're going for a week in July.
Yeah. It might just be, yeah, I might just aim for like July 4th or something like that.
4th of July.
Because I gotta take care of some CG stuff.
Speaking of 4th of July, I'm working.
Everything's piecing together. Okay.
Unless I get someone to switch with me.
No, the important thing is really the evening.
Yeah, no, but you're reminding me that I gotta try and get someone to switch with me.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so, yeah, I don't think there's anything else that... Oh! I got a haircut. Hey. I got my, once every year and a half haircut.
Desperately. I can keep up with the sides on my own, but not so great at the top, and the top is not wanting to stay in place anymore, and I need to see my haircut.
Yeah, I had not gotten a haircut since,
She's booked out to July. I can't get my haircut till July 2nd.
I think I got my haircut in, September of 2017 last time, so it's been a while.
Okay, yeah, but it's a little different for you.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I donate it every time. This time it was for a different group. It was Wigs for Kids.
Wigs for Kids.
Which sounds cool. So, yeah, I always try to make sure to donate my hair each time.
Jake regularly makes a long ponytail and then donates it to wig-based cancer charities.
Yep.
And, oh, well, technically speaking, I think one of them's for alopecia, but...
Yeah, it's...
regardless, it's for people whose hair fell out because they're sick.
Yeah. It's the simplest, charity thing to do.
You say it's simple, but, excuse you, for some people, like myself, living with long hair for a whole year is actually quite difficult. Which is why when I wanted to do something for sick kids, I shaved my head.
Yes. But...
You can do one way or the other, guys.
That was back before we did live reactions, and so it didn't affect anything with regards to filming.
That's true, because Kay and Mayo both wear
wigs.
But I mean, I would have still done live reactions with a shaved head. I went to work with shaved head.
Well, we hadn't started doing live.
No, what I'm saying
is that that's the reason they've never seen it.
Oh, they've never, yeah. But I wouldn't have been embarrassed.
No, there's no reason to be.
St. Baldrick's, man.
But yeah, I keep saying, it's my opportunity to be cheap, lazy, and feel like a good person all at the same time, and that is rare in life.
They cut your hair for free where he goes if you're donating it.
Yeah. Also, it's only one haircut every
That's the lazy
every
part.
year and
the
a half.
cheap part is where it's free.
That's also true. I think I've paid for a haircut, once once in like the last like 10 years, and it's because I went to the wrong place and they weren't as good.
Yeah, the last time you actually had like properly short hair was Titanic, wasn't it?
Thereabouts. No. My actual 4th year of college, what show was
What show was that? Yeah,
that wasn't Xanadone, that was my...
This is the thing, when you do a lot of community theater, you can often determine when your hair was given lengths by what show you were doing, because the director made you do it.
What was after... Now I'm forgetting what came after Titanic.
Because the longest my hair... Right after Titanic?
Now I'm suddenly blanking on what shows I did that year.
I feel like that would have been Wizard of Oz, but I could be wrong.
Well, no. I'm referring to that following season.
Oh, the following season.
Oh, now that's going to bother me.
Well, after Wizard of Oz was Rumors.
No, Rumors was a year after Titanic. That wasn't the following fall. I'm totally forgetting what that following season was all of a sudden.
I don't know, man. All I know is that we have this...
Angels was that.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
So you were... Yeah, that makes sense.
And I wasn't in City of Angels, but that was the last time I think my hair was short, was around that time.
Okay, yeah. And the longest my hair has been, in ages, was when we had the same director back-to-back for Wizard of Oz and Rumors.
Yeah.
And unbeknownst to me, she knew she wanted to cast me in Rumors, so she made me grow my hair out during Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Well, it worked really well for Wizard of Oz because you were Toto and you just had
pigtails, and it was adorable.
But yeah, so the last time that I had short hair was probably when I auditioned for Rumors.
But she was like...
That was the last time my hair was short.
Don't cut your hair before the Rumors auditions, because if you're in that show, you're going to want your hair long. I was like, you did this to me on purpose.
Yep. Because that was right when I started grad school the first time around. And I knew I had short hair at the beginning of grad school, and that was the last time I had short hair.
And if anyone's actually familiar with Rumors, which is a farce, with a bunch of couples in it, no, we did not play a couple.
No, it's actually kind of funny. We were both in there, and we were not playing couple.
Yeah.
But anywho, enough about all that. Let's check out some Dinosaur Night People with episode 13 of Kishiryu Sentai Ryusoulger. The Prime Minister is of the Ryusoul Tribe.
Wait, Prime Minister of Japan? Really?
Huh?
Has been admitted to the local hospital. Look at that.
Interesting.
First Lady PM.
Good for them.
And a beauty.
She used to be a fortune teller?
That seems like it would be one of those things that would stop you from getting elected, but these days, apparently we could elect anyone.
I read tabloids for sociological purposes. Sure you do.
Yeah, so Melto basically reads the tabloids ironically. How can you tell with some of those fuzzy pictures?
I don't know why. Okay, apparently these theories have been going around. I'm jealous, yeah. Immortality's pretty nice.
Jeepers creepers. This hospital is...
a little creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, we have some Invisisoul thing going on? Concealed soul. What? Wait, why are you guys there then, if you didn't... She remembers when Bamba was little.
They're there because Bamba...
Oh, that's so cute. That is so cute. I wonder what he told Toa.
I have no idea.
Hey, boy! Hikaru Sudo, Chigate Batarudo. Mo, Ritai, Shuro, Sakai, Nagase ga nai to, Kimi いたならその道を行けよ正しきエンバル勇士のアーシャイさあソルを一つにどんな時でも逃げないダイナミックと血のなる世界の力キラと光るスロー違ってバトルロード夢越えてと夢越えて見ると全然なる片割の世界などどこかで越えて Go 制限ないつつやわてるKishiryu Sentai Ryusoulger Like I'm lost from like here to here, and then when I get to go, I'm like, I know where I am again. I know where I am. Yeah, but you don't need to scream it though, because it always throws me off when all. I'm so sorry, babe. No, and I prep myself for it too, and you make it louder every time. Wow, his eyes really glow. Yeah, I guess so. Those big red eyes are just kind of adorable.
ここはゴンドラはあるのかゴンドラなんで天井にミラーボール
Disco balls
ミラーいやでは踊りたくなった時どうする
What the?
はいない普段そんな踊りたくなる時なんて
Okay, so apparently this pyramid
すみませんそんなこと全然めっちゃ思ってます
This pyramid makes people say what they're thinking. Or whatever this is. I thought at first it looked like some sort of pyramid thing because it was all angled.
300年以上前に村を出て世界を転々としたわ。
So she's been out and about for 300
日本
years.
に戻ってきてから占い師みたいなことしてたらそれがえらい流行っちゃってそれで政治家の相談に乗ってた
The
ら
politicians came to her for advice.
普通の生活がしたいと思って村を飛び出してきたのに普通が300年以上続くとね飽きてくるないものねだりね
I guess 300 years of normal could get a little boring.
あ、それを言うのはなしね私たちは所詮普通じゃないって言おうとした考えてることがわかるの何百年と世界中の人間と会ってきたから人の考えてることが大体読めるようになってきたの
Okay, so she's the host for the Minosaur.
あなたたちマイナスを退治して回ってるんでしょ
Keep misspeaking on that. So it's Minosaur, not Minosaur.
選ばれし者竜奏者残念だけど私は選ばれなかった、私のマイナスを倒して元気なの産んじゃいましたあ、待ってでもすぐにはダメ
Not right away?
あとちょっとでマイナスは完全体になる
Why?
そしたら倒して
Why wait until it's fully grown?
マイナスが完全体になったらあんたは
死ぬ分かってるそれでいい
What? Why are you okay with these things?
死にたいのか
お願いを聞いてくれたらあなたたちのマスターのことも教えてあげる
Okay.
Maybe because mortality is normal?
惑わされる
She's been around for 300 years.
Fair enough.
俺たちは今まで通り
It's just like with that other guy where it's like, it's okay if I die. It's like, no. Just, how about, like, I'm sure there are easier ways for you to die.
こいつつなぎなのに最近彼氏づらすぎるのきつ
Oh, snap.
顔の自己評価が高すぎるんだよお前
Oh,
は
double snap.
それがあんたの本音
お前こそそんなこと思ってなんてなお前なんかこっつけろよ断りだ
Honestly, that's
Well,
really
yeah,
better.
they weren't gonna work out.
They really
was
dislike
clearly
each
not a
other that
healthy
much.
relationship.
あいつのビームを浴びると本音を喋ってしまうのかああ、あの女が生み出したマイナスをだ
あとちょっとでマイナスは完全体になる
Here's the thing. If you really, there are easier ways for you to die that don't involve a kaiju.
Are there?
I'm willing to bet there are.
I'm just wondering if these guys are functionally immortal otherwise.
I mean, you know, it didn't take a kaiju to kill Master Red.
Point. Yeah. There are better ways to do this than a kaiju.
Like, it's...
And that was legitimately her, not Ryusoul.
Yeah, that's just messed up. I know that boxer guy felt kind of the same way about, oh no, you don't need to defeat it, just let me die. It's like, dude.
Yeah, but he didn't know about the kaiju.
Yeah, I know. But they should probably mention that. They should have mentioned that to him in that particular case.
And Yui did know about the kaiju, which is why she tried to throw herself in a ravine.
Yeah.
We have to wait until it's grown. Bandage attack?
Not to mention, we have never seen...
What is Wanada? Is Wanada maybe like someone who died that she wants to be with again?
Maybe.
It's not being translated, so it has to be a proper noun.
Yeah, I imagine. That's true. You do have a Ryusoul for the truth, I believe. She's happy about this, and that's messed up.
Geysorg.
Hello. So you must have, Yeah, he could. This is all very strange. Hey, you said the name of the episode! Yeah. I mean, you manage to track down things all the time. This shouldn't be that hard.
It's not tracking it down that she's having hard. It had to beat it when it knows what they're doing before they do it.
Even so. Also, like, what's going on? Oh, what is that, her husband? Or sort of something?
That's what it is. That's probably his name.
Whoa! That was a large building that you just fried very thoroughly. That was some significant damage.
And why did they think they were saying 1 a ton in English?
I don't know.
Is this a very uncommon name? Because otherwise I would assume they would know if we were saying a human name.
I don't know. Wait, is this supposed to be like a mummy?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
It's the pyramid.
Yeah, it's the pyramid with the bandages.
Speed Soul, get ahead of its predictive abilities. Yeah, why not? Whoop. Nope, predictive abilities go too fast.
It is very good at dodging. what's she gonna say now?
いうかさ、何かあるとダメだっていうのやめてくれない？俺？他にいないでしょ？いっつも難しいこと考えてるような顔してるけど、どうせ何にも考えてないんでしょ？
This is really verbal.
Yeah, it really is. Which most of these things are.
Okay, it shouldn't be changing her attitude, though.
Yeah.
Like, cut.
Kira?
Kiryan was still like, oh god, why am I saying this?
Here's the really strange thing, though. So, can Geyzord create Minosaurs? Because why didn't Kiryan know about that guy?
That's a very...
Yeah. A lot of people are going to get hurt in the
Minosaur.
So? Yeah. Lady, you do not have any defense for this. You are saying you have no problem with a giant monster rampaging the city. Like... this is not like your only course... This is not your only course of action here. I'm very annoyed at this woman right now.
Tira!
Hey, Dime Volcano.
Screw this. There's no time for that. That's the right answer.
Okay. Sure, why not?
Oh no.
What are they gonna say? Don't wanna? This is a little messed up. Oh? He likes them, but he wants to chat with them. Dime, you're the only one saying nice things about how you really feel.
It's so precious, I feel like...
He's the best person.
I was jealous.
Aww. Oh, this is actually kind of sweet.
Honest can be good too sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all very strange, but it's sweet. There we go, Gato time. Gamble.
Oh my gosh.
That was...
Dime Volcano is so pure.
Dime Volcano, you're the best. You're delightful, Dime.
I keep asking you riddles because...
I just like you all so much and I want to chat.
My social skills are limited to asking questions. It's a its bandages catching fire.
Yeah, you know...
Set a mummy on fire.
Maybe you should have tried that while he was still small, and you had the fire armor that you never used for battle. Why?
Spin soul?
Okay, are they gonna try and unravel him? Or are they...
Whoop. I love the eyeball. I mean, they've done the spin soul before, but I don't think I've ever gotten quite as good a look at the eye.
That's true. What did you just do?
Twisted her ankle.
What? Oh no, why? What did you just spin? Why would you... What? 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 What?
He's covered in accelerant now.
Okay, there we go. No, it was...
Wanna die!
That's what he's trying to say. he wasn't finishing his I was wondering if that might be what he was saying, but I was wondering why they would translate it as such. And it was because he wasn't finishing the last syllable.
Love that armor.
I do, and I want it to be used, like, in battle.
No, I love that armor, too.
Yeah.
Also, it actually looks to me a little like they filmed that by actually setting some stuff on fire.
Yeah, it does look like that.
The close-up on the finisher, not on the thing.
I mean, it's possible it could be a composite, but
as in, I wanna die.
Yeah. And yeah. She didn't even pass out. That's surprising.
Getting hyper-symbolic here with the roses.
Yeah, she was really banking on that.
Bamba! That's why the cord was so long. I wondered why she was wearing a necklace with the cord so long.
So she could take it off easily?
No, so that it could be tucked all the way into her shirt and you wouldn't see the Ryusoul symbol.
Did she leave them a note or anything?
Her clothes are there. Window.
Okay.
Does that mean she escaped out the window rather than
I don't
jumping
know.
out the window? Because otherwise this was ridiculous, moving directly to this.
Oh, they're in the midst of a fight because she was so rude to him. Well, about half the time. Okay, there you go. Good. She didn't like having to be honest. Okay. Okay. Alright, so it looks like she didn't just hop
She
out
left
the
her
window.
people clothes behind, though.
Yeah.
She may have gone back to... she left her PM clothes behind. I'm kind of feeling like that means that next time we see her, she's going to be in Ryusoul Tribe garb.
Yeah, maybe. So did she... I feel like she didn't actually know anything. Or maybe she did, and she's just a horrible person. I don't know which.
Okay, so their master disappeared.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of the way Bamba's back cut actually comes to like a point angle at the back.
Okay, so she's out and about, and what's she up to?
Okay, so she's not in Ryusoul garb.
She is strutting. Okay.
But she is heading toward the necklace symbol.
Okay.
Poor Yui.
Flailing arms, flailing. Flailing arms, flailing and pose.
We've horrified the cat.
Yes. And boom. So let's see what happens next.
Are you waiting for us to...
Oh, looks like next time we get our 6th ranger. It looks like.
Don't cry. Come up here.
Yeah. There you go, little buddy.
Don't show your whole butt to the camera, though.
There it goes. All right, so that was a little. It was a little odd.
That is one irresponsible lady.
I felt like we were supposed to. I just had so limited sympathy for her because she just did not seem to care that her chosen method of death was by summoning a city-destroying kaiju. Like, there are many other ways that you, like...
Obviously, we were supposed to see her as, like, Wooby, Destroyer of Worlds, but it didn't work out so well, because, like Geysorg said, there's other ways she could die!
Yeah, like, you could say, like... Okay, if you really want to die, you could say, hey, do the ooey thing and have them kill you to stop the Minosaur. Not have them let the Minosaur destroy everyone so that you can... No! You are a horrible person.
Yeah.
And
we're supposed to excuse this because she's a woman in love.
It's like... Ooey is such a better person than you are. Yeah. On, like, every level. Not to mention, you're the Prime Minister of Japan, and you just did not care.
This episode was almost like an argument against having a woman for a PM.
I
don't like that.
That was not good. Like...
But, like, all the, like, rose symbolism and all of that, it really heavily was drawing on aesthetics I've seen before in Japanese media, where, you know, it's all about, you know, love,
I guess,
and purity, and anything for love. I will do anything for you, my love, including apparently
destroy a city. Like, why? Why was that what you were doing? Not to mention, like, the whole thing with Toin Bamba's master, like, that was just spiteful. Like, I don't know if she knew anything or not.
But she sure took off without telling them.
Yeah. Not to mention, among other... Well, one, if you really wanted to die that much, you had a window. I don't know what floor you were on.
Well, here's the thing. If the window was high enough for her to be injured jumping out of it...
Yeah.
Then... her escaping through it probably wouldn't have been feasible.
True, but even so, it was
also
from a storytelling perspective, that window could have been as high as they wanted.
And have you seen how far Ryusoulgers can jump?
Well, yeah, when they're morphed.
Oh, fair enough.
Any Power Ranger can jump really high when they're morphed. That's kind of one of their key things.
Yeah. But only if they want to get in their Zord.
Yeah, pretty much.
If they want to get someplace else up high, they can't jump.
I don't know about that. I
You never see them just jump up onto the monster.
Well, that wouldn't really serve much of a purpose, would it?
No, but anytime they've had to put someone on the monster, they've always used the Zord to do it.
How often do they need to put somebody on the monster? It doesn't happen too much.
No, I guess not.
Are you thinking of a specific example?
Actually, he didn't even go on the monster. He just went on the hand and shot a magnum. But apparently to get Lupin Red up high enough to shoot the monster in the face, he had to go stand on the hand of...
Well, that's because he was already in the cockpit, though.
I know, but if they could have just done it with the magnum.
Yeah.
They didn't even need their extra robot. The robots, even the good robots, could still probably cause great amounts of property damage to the roadway.
That was just that particular finisher. Like, for this episode wasn't like weird bad in the way a number of others have been, but it was just that one character's choice was so frustrating.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't think it was a bad episode. It's just I don't think they succeeded in, because they were clearly trying to make us feel sympathetic towards the PM.
Yeah.
They failed.
Hard.
They failed.
She was just a bad person.
She was a bad person.
What I want to know is, did Geysorg create that Minosaur? Because Kirion was
so surprised
confused
by that thing, and also Kirion and Ryusoul immediately attacked it when they saw it.
Yeah, it was very strange.
Which suggests that it was not one of theirs. Also, Kirion seems to have foreknowledge of what the monster's capabilities will be as soon as they've been created. He'll be like, look what I created, and this one has a special ability. Right. So, like, he would have known that the... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the mummy Minosaur here...
clearly did not come from Kirion.
But they made no reference to that in this episode, and that was kind of a strange thing not to explore that.
We did have an appearance from Geysorg, so if next episode Kirion and Ryusoul look into this,
yeah,
I'll call it even. If we never hear of this again, bad writing.
They did say, who unlocked Dime Volcano in the previous episode, which we didn't even really know was so much of a thing until we got into that episode.
Yeah, and we discovered that was in fact Geysorg.
Yeah, so we'll see if maybe next episode they talk about that more, because the idea of anyone who's not Kirion being able to do that is pretty strange.
Yeah, especially since he seems to do it with his own mucus.
Yeah, or whatever it is that he does. It seems to be a part of his biology.
Yeah.
So anyone else being able to do that is definitely a question mark there.
Unless, possibly, since Geysorg was talking with them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a possibility that they're going to turn around and be like, Geysorg, what did you do with the mucus I loaned you?
I don't know. But yeah, I was just so frustrated.
The PM was incredibly frustrating, and
because
she was so smug about it.
She was just an awful person. She was smug about it. She did not care about anyone but herself
and her dying husband.
That was it. But as far as I can tell, he wasn't even dead by the time she left. I don't know.
I think he was.
He might have been, but
because they kind of showed how he did not react at all when she started crying.
Fair enough.
But here's the thing. On the one hand, people do some really, really irrational stuff sometimes.
Right.
I mean, if she truly, really wanted to die that badly,
yeah,
then she was not in a proper mental state.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So, to some degree, you have to kind of
Yeah, it was
I guess I'm not comfortable calling her a terrible person since I don't think she was in her right mind at the time.
True.
That being said,
yeah,
her choice in methodology was really quite selfish.
Yes, incredibly so.
It's like, and here's the thing, statistically speaking, when women do this kind of thing, they're actually more likely to choose methods that are less of an imposition on the survivors. This is why, statistically speaking, men succeed more often and women try more often.
Okay.
And the men succeed more often because they are willing to try methods that most women would not, because it would be an imposition.
Fair enough.
Because it's messy.
Right.
So...
This one was very messy.
Yeah, I was going to say, she was outside of the usual psychological framework for a... Now, it's not to say that there aren't outliers.
Right.
But Geysorg made it fairly clear that if she wanted to die, he would arrange for that.
Yeah, exactly.
At which point, honestly, come on, stop it. Like, even if, up until that point, you were like, this is how I'm going to do it, no, Bomba, you gotta let me die that way. When Geysorg showed up and said, if you want to die, I can arrange for that. Let them kill the monster now, please.
It was so strange. Not to mention, one thing that was kind of frustratingly backwards on this is Toa and Bomba's original character arc was, that they always were willing to kill the host and had to be convinced not to. And this didn't play into that at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. I mean,
and it would have been such a simple thing to play into.
It would have been.
From a character standpoint.
Especially, and I think it would have worked better if she had brought it up.
Yeah. Because
Bomba would almost, although that was his go-to, probably wouldn't think to do it for someone that he cared about that much, because she was like, Bomba, how do you look? Like, I forget, was it Bomba-kun or Bomba-chan? She was definitely referring to him with an honorific, which implied that he is much, much younger than her.
Little Bomba,
so, like, they have a relationship, so he wouldn't think of that. But if she asked him to...
Yeah, that would have been
a major dilemma for him.
Yeah, that would have been good pathos. This was bad pathos. Because it was it was something that would have tied so cleanly in with their character development, and they just completely sidestepped that. And that was such a weird choice.
Yeah, I guess I would just say, I don't feel comfortable calling the PM a horrible person, but I do feel like the writers really fell down on the job here, because they could have handled that subject, the subject of wanting to end your own life.
Which has come up multiple times already.
In a more, they could have handled it in a much more, I mean, if they'd done the thing with Bomba and the thing, that would have actually been better writing.
Yeah. And
made the PM more sympathetic. So I feel like this is a failure on behalf of the writing staff rather than a personal failure on behalf of the character.
Like, unless she's supposed to be a villain moving forward, I don't know why this was what it was.
Yeah. And I feel like with all those roses and stuff that they wanted us to feel sympathetic for her. Like, when she moved into the window and you have all these gauzy curtains and flowers here and there, and they went to soft focus, that's an aesthetic that is... You've seen it in anime even, where they go to, like... Suddenly the actual background disappears, and there's, like, a whitewash, and there's flowers everywhere. That's what they were evoking. And...
Like, it's just...
That's not villainy.
She was in a situation where there were multiple alternate paths for her. As far as because she seemed to really want to end her life.
They had to hand her the idiot ball with regards to her methodology.
She decided to actively choose the one that would do harm to the maximum number of people. And that's just, no.
Especially given her motivations.
Like,
okay, usually when somebody chooses a method that causes a great deal of inconvenience or, like, trouble to others, say, for example, people who put themselves in front of a train.
Like...
It's because there's two different reasons that people will do this sort of thing. Sometimes it's absolute despair and it's the end, and sometimes there's sort of a spite angle to it where it's like, I'm going to show them. She didn't have an I'm going to show them.
It was never there.
No reason for that.
It was so strange that like, if she was angry at the world for something, explore that. Fine. Give us something for this to be a catharsis. But it wasn't anything moving towards a catharsis. It was just, you know what? I'm done with living. I'm ready to be done with living. And so I'm going to just let a giant monster rampage through the city.
To make her Whoopi Destroyer of Worlds, but they gave no reason for her to want to destroy the world.
And she never even expressed an interest in destroying the world.
But
she just treated it as if it was her only
inconsequential.
method. Yeah, which is arguably worse.
Yeah.
And it was because she wanted to go with the easiest possible way out. And she did not care that the easiest possible way out...
I'm not even sure there was the easiest possible way out. If you have Guy Zorg on hand, I'm pretty sure he can take you out in one sword swipe if you just let yourself.
But I'm like, true, but like when I say easiest way, you don't feel pain, you just drift away basically as your life force is sucked out. That's all she needed to do was wait. As far as it being the easiest way out. But she was just so completely unaffected by how it was going to hurt everyone else. It was framed very selfishly.
Takes her head off, you don't feel much either.
Yeah, fair enough. But it was weird how there were so many ways that she could have been presented in a sympathetic way. Like, okay, maybe she was a coward and she was afraid of a violent end, and that's why she wouldn't go for Guy Zorg. But no, they kept her all smug throughout that, and that was a very strange choice.
Thinking back on it more, I think they were... The problem is the way they wrote it.
It was very strange.
I think they were aiming for the piece of someone who has a plan.
Yeah. But
they missed the mark.
Yeah, because the plan was a bad plan. It was a damaging plan. There are so many different ways this could have been.
And not only was it a damaging plan,
a very compelling episode.
It was a damaging plan that she was still around to watch.
Yeah.
Watch all these other people get hurt and not choose to stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
As opposed to a lot of the other times when that sort of thing happens, people get hurt afterwards, not around to deal with it.
Like, just that sheer and utter lack of empathy for the world around her was very disturbing. And they tried to treat a lot of it as almost empowering.
Yeah.
Whereas, if you had just reframed it a little bit, just a little bit, all that we needed was that if she had wanted them to end her life, instead of wait for the Minosaur to do it. Yeah. That would have been a difficult choice for them to make, because they had been trying to not do that this whole time. Then it would have been an actual thing about, okay, decide, whether your life is worth it or not. And then pretty much every conversation after that point would have been fine.
Yeah.
Because it's like, no, don't you care about the country that you're leading? Okay, every other conversation was only given in the context of her ending her life, not in the context of
Kaiju!
Her destroying portions of the city. That was never even brought up.
It vaporized a building.
It vaporized a building. Nobody cared.
How many people died in there?
I don't know. Probably nobody, because that was an empty building, because they always are. But
you
get the idea.
Buildings and Power Rangers, a lot of the times they actually have people in them instead of
fair enough. But you see what I mean, though.
Yeah.
It was something where it was so easy to reframe into something that, was an actual compelling choice. Because, yeah, Toa considered it, briefly. But really, no, they kept going after the Minosaur. It was mostly just the Minosaur was able to bring out the side of Toei that didn't want to destroy it.
The only thing I can think, as I'm sitting here trying to think of a reason they may have proceeded in the manner that they did, was because they wanted to give Bamba the chance to try and lambaste her for her decisions. Because the other thing I was just thinking about now is, this is a much bigger problem in Japan with much younger people than it is here.
Right.
So, since this is partially a children's show,
yeah,
they may have been trying to teach a lesson of the week.
Fair enough. But...
And by doing so, they had to show just how damaging it is to everybody else when you try and do that, by making it so damaging that it's a kaiju rampaging the city.
I guess. That's fair. That is a fair argument.
Like, I'm trying to put this in a cultural context now.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that, you know, you may want to make it look like the worst possible idea ever.
Yeah.
Because there's a problem with young people doing that in Japan.
I still feel like... and I feel like that could have worked if there was...
Well, first of all, they needed to, in that case, completely remove the scene where Ryusoul offered her another way out.
Here's... I agree with you that can be a good lesson to teach. I feel like this was the wrong story for it. And the reason for that is the story that you're presenting, which I think would be good, where basically you teach someone how much of a negative impact on the world
taking your own life
would mean.
And you notice I'm dodging around that word because if you say that on YouTube, you get demonetized.
Fair enough. But the thing is, okay, use that with somebody who learns about the damaging effect that would take on the world.
Yeah, she wasn't really learning.
She knew before it was even happening what the effect would be. Like, you look at that guy who was the boxer the other day who wanted to end his life.
Yeah, that would have been a great story to do that with.
And he could have learned that was going to have more of an impact than he could have imagined. And that would have been a perfectly fine outlook for that. Approach for that story. This one, they made her explicitly aware of the damage that it would mean. And she didn't care. And there was no comeuppance, there was no anything, and she just changed her mind at the end and decided to live anyway, because I guess it was, you know, the Minosaur approach was the only approach she was willing to take. And she decided to just abandon everything else. And honestly, I will flip on this story if she becomes a recurring character who is intended to be a villain, who maybe then can have a redemption arc. Because this felt like the origin of a villain to an extent.
To some degree, yes.
Because this was somebody who placed their pain above the lives of a city.
Whole city.
If you place your pain above the lives of a whole city, that's the point at which we are stepping into supervillain. And not only that, she just left and decided to go walk her own path. Like, what is she off on her way to do now?
I don't know, but I think because they flashed back to what Bamba said.
Yeah.
When he said you can't escape that.
Like, is she going to try and destroy the Ryusoul Tribe or the source of their immortality or something? Because that could be an interesting story if we decide to go for it. But I am realizing that you've got stuff to do today.
And we're coming on well over an hour, I think.
Yeah, we're coming up on an hour.
We're just so
I will
hung
say
up on the treatment of the subject at hand.
The subject matter was very clumsily handled in this episode, and it's
a
very
serious enough subject matter that you really need to be less clumsy about.
There was ultimately one saving grace for this episode. I just like you all so much. That was the...
Dime Volcano!
Dime Volcano!
Dime Volcano!
Dime Volcano, you are saving the day on this one. So I feel like that's a good note to end on with for this one. Demon Volcano was the standout star of this episode, unquestionably, being the most just pure-hearted of everyone.
He's a sweet cinnamon roll, too pure for this world.
Demon Volcano, we love you. You're delightful. We will totally answer your quizzes. Alright, so, with that said, until next time, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you. Riddle me this, Batman. Do you know that I love you?